Back to Strongman Personal Finance. I just released a video where I declared war on We the Khmers. And actually, let me minimize this so we can see his handsome face. We are looking at one of the most disgusting, degenerate channels that will hurt people more than Jeremy Lefebvre. And that's a big statement right there. This channel that we are looking at will hurt people worse than Jeremy Lefebvre. Worse than the worst possible YouTuber on the planet, besides maybe crypto YouTubers. This man that we're looking at, Mr. We the Khmers, is pure evil. Or if he's not evil, then he's very stupid. I haven't decided what it is yet. Actually, I probably know he's stupid. Let's listen to this kind of brief rant about his thoughts on what makes a good investment and what is a good investment strategy. Because what this man does is shill yield max options income ETFs. These ETFs are degenerate, they are misleading, and they will destroy your net worth, and they give you the illusion that you are receiving income when you are in fact mostly receiving return of capital. So let's listen to what Khmer has to say, and I'm going to give you my feedback.
I want to share this perspective. You know, I start the title is going to go back to the basic.
Okay, so if you didn't know, this guy is an army, or sorry, not an army officer. He's a Marine Corps officer. He's a major. I think he's retired. A major is not a senior officer, but it's not a low-ranking officer either. You got officers who kind of like run, who make the decisions, and you have the enlisted who execute the officers' decisions. This guy is a major. A major who can't even spell properly. As an officer myself, I'm embarrassed. This guy embarrasses me, okay? Look at the title of the video. Let's go back to investment basic. Improper capitalization, improper spelling. Now, it seems like I'm nitpicking here, but this guy is a commissioned officer in the Marine Corps. This is embarrassing. I'm embarrassed as an officer watching this guy.
You know, that's the title of tonight's show is let's go back to the basic and go back to investment basic or basic investment, whatever you want to call it. It's going back to the basic. When we kind of understand for many years, when I say we, I shouldn't include me yet because I was in the military the whole time while you guys making money, right? I didn't.
What does that even mean? You get paid in the military.
Go to school for this stuff. I never work in corporate America. I don't have any experience in any type of investment.
Okay, so everybody else was in corporate America, and he was in the military, and he has no experience with investments. You know, I, as a fellow military service member, actually did start investing when I was in the military, and I understood the basics of investing from when I was like 16 years old. In the military, you actually have access to a 401k where you can buy basically a total world index with the L funds, the L cycle funds, the life cycle funds. Just because you're in the military doesn't mean that you don't understand what investing is all about. This guy was completely clueless, like he just admits that he still is. He gets out of the military as a JROTC instructor, which is a joke. That's another topic for another video. And then he starts shilling the worst possible investment that you could make for somebody that wants their retirement income to last. And I'm not joking.
But I knew there was something wrong with the world. So I was like, I'm going to fix it. So I opened a Charles Schwab account a year ago in January, and I started my investment journey.
What does that mean? Something is wrong with the world. And I'm gonna fix it. And I'm gonna start by opening a Charles Schwab. What does opening a Charles Schwab account have to do with fixing something that's wrong in the world? What's wrong in the world to you is probably having a positive total return, which you don't seem to understand. This guy is weird. It's almost like he's trying to be like this, like, inspirational figure. Like, yes, I discovered the secret key to wealth that nobody else knows about. I've discovered it. I'm here to preach it to you, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new to something and you think you found this magic hack, you probably haven't. I'm just putting that out there.
And as I go to the investment journey, one of the things that one of truism in investment, basic of investment, is this concept called buy low, sell high. So you want to buy something low and sell something high. It makes sense. Buy something low, and as it grow, sell it when on a high.
I would not call that the basics of investing. The basics, the underlying reason you invest is that you own businesses. You are the partial owner of a business that produces a good or service. And as the owner of that business, you are the partial owner of all the company's future cash flows. And the price that you pay for the business will basically determine your future return. The price that you pay for the business. Now, some people, they like to pick stocks. They think some are overvalued, some are undervalued, and that's fine. Some people just do efficient markets. I'm going to buy everything at market cap weights. But at the end of the day, it's about ownership and future cash flows. That's investing. No, buy low and sell high. Buy low and sell high. That's not the point of investing. I mean, obviously you can make money if that's the case. But that definitely doesn't apply in this scenario. We'll get into more why.
High point. And then take that money and buy some more low stuff and sell the high point. And it totally makes sense. It's very simple. And we talk about all the time. Buy low and sell high. But what happened is you see a lot of YouTubers talk about that. Like every YouTuber talk about buying low, selling high. Buying on the dips, buying when it's down, buying when the fund is dropping below, its cost average or whatever.
Oh my God. Now, when somebody buys the dip, they're basically saying, I think the market is temporarily mispricing this company. There's too much irrational fear. But I believe in the future, I'm going to get share price appreciation, growing dividends, whatever. That's why people buy the dip, because they believe the market is mispricing a security or company at a certain point in time. The question you have to ask yourself, number one, is the market actually mispricing it? And number two, if you buy it, is it ever going to recover? Because some things drop for a reason. Yeah, that's right. Sometimes stuff goes down, and it's going down for a very good reason, and you should be aware of that reason. So just because something goes down does not mean it will come back up. That is not guaranteed. Even the S&P 500, everybody's favorite index, if it goes down, it is not guaranteed that it will come back. It probably will unless the world ends. As long as the world becomes better and wealthier, and companies make more money and more profits, and the world becomes more productive. Sure. But it's not guaranteed. There is uncertainty. But when things go down, trust me, it's for a good reason.
DCA down. They always talk about buying everything on the low. Like everything is low. But when it comes to TSLY and Tesla, for some reason that concept does not exist.
No, the concept does exist if you believe the market is mispricing the security. But Tesla could also be going down for a good reason. Maybe it's a massive bubble that's finally popping after all these years. And maybe it'll keep going lower and lower. And just because it dipped does not mean it will come back. Why is TSLY dropping? Well, TSLY, it's basically a synthetic covered call ETF with fake income. When Tesla drops, TSLY drops. It's based on Tesla, right? When Tesla goes up, TSLY doesn't really go up as much because it's a covered call ETF. You're trading upside for income in the current time. That's the whole point of covered calls. Okay, your total your return, your share price appreciation is limited. So you have all the downside and very limited upside. That's TSLY. You know what also makes TSLY go down besides Tesla? Distributions. That's right. When cash leaves TSLY and gets distributed to you, that drops the NAV because they're taking cash out of the ETF wrapper and they're giving it to you as income. And I've already shown you that it's not actually income. They're literally, and I have proved this. Go watch my most recent TSLY video. They are literally just giving you the money back that you put into it. It's called return of capital. Do you understand? TSLY is dropping because Tesla is dropping and because of distributions of dividends that are not really dividends. That's right.
Like all those people out there, they talk about buying low, selling high, buying the dips and everything else. But as soon as I show them, hey, look at Tesla. This happened to like yesterday video. Like I'm gonna sell some position so I can buy Tesla because Tesla is on its low point right now.
Low point relative to what? A year?
This is all-time low, 52 weeks low right now. And it's about to hit its 5 years, low here at one.
That's not the 5-year low. Look on the far left of the chart. It was much lower than that. You can't even read a chart properly. The 5-year low is definitely not 113. Tesla was a lot lower than that before the clown market. It's obvious on the chart. And just because it's getting close to the low doesn't mean it can drop below the low. Because things may have changed. Future expectations may have changed. Maybe that's the reason it's dropping. I don't know. But when you have a small brain, you look at trends and you say past trends equal future. I can just look at this thing and it's obvious. And if I just stick with the trend or follow the trend, I'll make money. I'll buy the dip because it's hitting an all-time low. And it will, of course, recover because that's what it always does, right? Wrong. Very wrong.
113 or something like that. This is low. This is low right now. Why? This is. We should be talking about buying Tesla. But for whatever reason, people talk about Tesla as kind of like you're gonna lose. You're gonna end up holding the bag. It's gonna fail.
Yeah. Have you seen their most recent deliveries?
What? Why Tesla doesn't deserve that same concept, buy low, sell high? What is it with Tesla?
I don't know. Maybe future expectations have changed? That can't be it.
Of course, same thing with TSLY. TSLY is an all-time low right now. TSLY is an all-time low. Why nobody talking about buying it?
It's at an all-time low because of NAV erosion. Because the managers of the ETF, they take money out of the company or the ETF wrapper and they distribute it as dividends. But the vast majority of that is return of capital, which means it's not even a return of profit. Do you understand? If you give me $20 and I just give you back 5 the next day and call it a dividend, is that a dividend? No, it's not. I just gave you your money back. Why is this so hard for you people?
Because that concept was still marine. This is an all-time low. Why not buy it?
Because it can go lower.
Forget about, dividend or whatever. Forget just the basic concept of buying low and selling high. But for whatever reason, Tesla and TSLY doesn't get the same treatment. They buy low and sell. You see YouTuber talk about this. I was listening to YouTuber and they talk about, when they talk about VU, for example, they're like, oh man, VU.
That's not VU.
Buy low, like you want to wait until it's dipped down a little bit. When you see these dip right here, just.
Well, that's a stupid YouTuber. I think you should dollar cost average into a total market index and trust efficient markets. Okay? And just because VU dips doesn't mean it's going to come back. Probably will, but it's not guaranteed. It's really not.
Put some. Oh, that's not VU. When you see these, you see when there's a dip right there. Here's a dip, and then go ahead and buy that dip or buy this dip.
And he's comparing 508 ticker symbols. 80% of the U.S. stock market's market capitalization, the world superpower. He's comparing that to a synthetic covered call ETF that just gives you money back that you put into it and calls it a dividend, and it calculates the dividend yield by taking the most recent distribution, multiplying it by 12, and dividing it by the NAV, and basically misleading you into thinking that's your dividend yield when it's really not. That's what you're comparing the 508 largest, most profitable whatever companies in the United States that are 80% of the market capitalization. Really? We're comparing these two? Okay, you're right. You know, buying the dip of VOO is the same as buying the dip of TSLY. There's no difference whatsoever. Oh my God.
Oh, buy this dip right here. Look at that, 377. Buy this dip right here. But Tesla is all-time low, and for whatever reason,
it's not at all. Oh my God, this guy is so stupid. This guy is an officer. Anyway, we're gonna pause it here, but I'm gonna be doing a lot of roast videos of this guy. Okay, this is evil. This is not funny. This is evil. This is nasty. The amount of misinformation in this video is toxic. It will literally hurt people. I'm not just saying this. It is a fact. This guy must be stopped at all costs. Join me and let's take this clown out. Have a good night.